everyone, it is me again, Asriel here, back with some more Skyrim. Last time we left off, we discovered the throat of the world. This is the top where Parsonax is. So yes, let's go talk to Mario.
Yolok, greetings, Wunderneek. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
Wow, he does actually do really freaking good voice acting for this. I haven't actually, exactly heard Parsonax talk because as soon as I got to this place, A, when I first played Skyrim, I played it on mute because I only had speakers and, well, it was really noisy. And B, I skipped everything because I didn't know how to read properly. Seriously, 2011, it was like 7 years ago. Actually, no, I did know how to properly read. Just that the text was really small. Whatever excuse I can make up for not hearing his voice for the first time. But Jesus, did he do a good voice impression of any dragon. Mind you, this is the voice actor of Mario. I wasn't expecting you to be a dragon.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I think for a lot of stuff that you hear him say, it literally is context based, so Volan would mean visitor.
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. The word calls you. Go to it.
Wow, so the dragons are the ones that place it onto the key, or the whatever stones are called. HD graphics.
A gift, Dovahkiin. You'll understand fire as the Dove do. Come, Dovahkiin. Ninyol, strike me with the fire of your Thum.
Let me also favorite that. Like, what is it? Fire breath. Now I'm an actual dragon.
Ah, yes. Sosedo Vlosmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dovahsos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
Can you teach me the dragon rend shout?
Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
Okay then, how did you know I came for dragon rend?
Alduin Comet Tid. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind Jaw, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
How can I learn it then?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I like this world. I don't want it to end, even though it doesn't anyways.
Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokeen. Would you stop the next world from being born?
The next world will have to take care of itself.
Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Crosis, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name Throat of the World?
Never thought about it.
This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravakstruma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
Wait. Okay, for a second there I thought he was saying that a third of the world is the tallest mountain in all of Mundus, but I think it's the greatest mountain in all of Mundus, because it was where Dragon Tongue was first introduced to mortals. Anyways, using the Dragon Men shout, right?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him.
I think at the end of
The Nords of those days used the Dragon Rend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
name drop. Actually, I wouldn't know if this was the first time they did the name drop, because this is the Elder Scrolls series. This is just the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. I haven't played the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, so I don't know what the whole overarching story is. I think in order to understand, you have to go all the way back to Elder Scrolls 1 Arena. Even though I couldn't do that because I get scared and creeped out by like the old graphics of what Doom 1 was, which is essentially what Elder Scrolls Arena is. Because it's around something like Doom. I've never done the Elder Scrolls 2 or 3, actually I've never seen them at all. and Elder Scrolls 4 is just Oblivion, which is like Skyrim, but 5 years older.
Do you know why I live here at the peak of the mountain? What you name throat of the world?
Why is there a time limit? Why is there a time limit on dialogue? I want to deliver my own dialogue and you're like, oh no.
Do you
Yeah,
know here the ancient
blah blah blah.
it
Elder
was the
Scrolls.
Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
An Elder Scroll. What is that?
Not intentionally.
Never
Some
mind.
hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
Okay. An Elder Scroll. Because I accidentally clicked, are you saying the ancient North sent Alduin forward in time? Thank Christ he didn't send him to 2018. I mean, it's funny, it's like, they accidentally sent him 5 billion years in the future, where we have like flying cars and shit. An Elder Scroll, what's that?
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwalan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Sulyek.
You know, they actually announced that they're making an Elder Scrolls 6, so hopefully that has time travel more than this game has, because we only time travel like twice? Once with the quest line for the college and once here. How does this help me?
Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Okay, so they've introduced timelines. If they ever make an Elder Scrolls 6, make it about time travel and don't make it online only. Cause Fallout 76 was a huge bombshell. Do you know where I can find an Elder Scroll?
Crosis, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
Esbern or Irongar might have some idea.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
So what do I do with the Elder Scroll when I find it?
Return it here to the Tid Ahran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Aran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir.
Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir? Who are they?
The first mortals that I taught the Thum. The first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Hyun. The Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater.
How could an Elder Scroll cast Alduin through time?
Vormendok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time. Perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihon, they would not listen.
Does that technically mean that the Elder Scrolls series comes before the Fallout series? I mean, think about it. The Fallout series is an alternate universe compared to ours, where a nuclear war happened, but we never discovered the integrated chip. So, what if this is an event that caused all of that? Hey, you never know. And also, Elder Scrolls 6, cross over with freaking Fallout if you want to. You mean you were there?
Yes. There were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin Stur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us. Ni Ov. Their inner councils were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself.
Also, I need to install a mod that makes his textures more high-res. Because you can see some blockiness right there. What does the Dragonrend shell actually do?
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran, incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
You're the master of the Greybeards. Do others come here to train?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
You meditate on the words? How?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Fus.
It is called force in your tongue, but as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Arc Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
Okay. So why didn't they bring back the meditation mechanic like they had in Oblivion? Because in Oblivion you could meditate on stuff and it will like boost. It will give you double like in Oblivion. What it was that you leveled up your specific stats, and if you meditated, it would double it. Or give it a multiplier. I wish to meditate on a word of power.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Faim.
Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum Arc Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength.
Eternal spirit added.
Which calls to you. In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum Arc Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare?
Okay. Can I actually do this
Which
twice?
calls to it is think that is Fus. Let its meaning fill you.
Okay, cool.
Sum Arc Mora. You will push the world harder than...
Hold on, what did that do? Does it like... Hold on, unrelenting force. Truth throw down.
pushes back. Look.
Okay. And there's actually an ore vein of, like, I think moonstone something back here. Or actually, it's up higher. It's up a lot higher, but it's Skyrim. You just move side to side and you hopefully go upwards. Like, that's how climbing works in this game. You just move side to side and spam jump. And you eventually just move upwards. They still haven't fixed that, huh? Malachite. Do I have enough carry weight from Malachites? Well, let's hope I do. Hold on, how much does Malachite even cost, at least? Refined Malachite, that's the... Malachite ore. I think some of it I actually did steal. I'm not quite sure, though. Ooh, ebony! Ebony's up here. Well, some of it at least. That's all the ebony that was up here. Like, basically none. I think there was potions that allow you to, like, get better stuff. But here's more ebony. Oof. Let me just quickly re-equip my steel dagger. Switch back to my bow. Oh, there's some more malachite over here. I made it mine normally. I think I think this gives you more items, but the one where you just beat it is faster. Crap, that old malachite. All the ores that are up here, but ebony. Ugh, not enough ebony to make anything though. And I don't actually have any more space in my inventory. Lydia! Lydia! I don't know what's making me have all of the space in my inventory. Like, I'm not carrying any dragon bones. Am I? No, I'm not carrying anything heavy. Like, if you look at everything I have, sort of by weight, the heaviest thing I have is North Swords. But it shouldn't be like 300. Well, I do have a crap load of books, that's probably why. And books do weigh 1. And that does eventually add up. Maybe eventually I should just get a bookcase for my home and put all my books in that. Because the books are nice. Like, they're a good touch to a house in Skyrim. It's kind of like how when you buy, like, you're able to actually buy a house in Fallout, I think, I think you're able to buy a house in all the Fallout games. Well, besides Fallout, at least Fallout 2. But, it's like the bobbleheads. The bobbleheads are a nice touch.
I've got your back.
I
am
to trade
sworn
something
to carry
with ya.
your burdens.
Just, here's, like, all of my ebony. And that's it. That's all I needed to give you.
You
Now I
lead,
can run
I'll
at full
follow.
speed. You know, there's actually another word. Ooh, them textures. I mean, they're still quite detailed, but compared to... Well, actually, yeah, that's... But, ooh. And why does he have to always follow me? Like, that's...
Dremyolok, greetings.
I think that right there is downright uncomfortable. Or maybe it's more comfortable because if you, like, hold your neck down normally, it feels more comfortable. Hold on, is there any ores behind the thing? Oof. Look how high quality this is, like you can see the individual grains of stuff. And look at this, it's literally blocked in splotches. Even though I've installed a plethora of mods that allow me to make it look better. This shows how bad the default textures are. Hold on, I think there's input lag.